Your hard work is never wasted. It's simply preparing you for the success that's waiting for you to be patient enough to reach it. Success is the result of hard work combined with the patience to stay committed, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Every day you put in the work, you're getting closer to the life you've always wanted. Be patient, stay focused, and trust the journey. Success doesn't happen overnight. It takes hard work and patience. If you're feeling frustrated because the results aren't coming fast enough, know that you're not alone. The real secret to success is showing up every day, even when it feels like nothing is happening. In this video, we'll dive into how hard work and patience go hand in hand, and how your consistent effort today will pay off tomorrow. Stick around, because what you're about to learn will give you the mindset and the tools to keep pushing forward until you reach your goals. Number 1. Work harder than yesterday and stay patient for results. Every day you wake up, you are given a choice. You can either work harder than yesterday, or you can stay the same. And if you stay the same, you will never move forward. Success belongs to those who decide every single day to put in the effort. It belongs to those who refuse to accept anything less than progress. Most people want results. They want success. They want financial freedom, a strong body, a sharp mind, and a better life. But here's the problem. They want it now. They want it fast. And because they don't see results immediately, they give up. They quit when it gets hard. They stop when it becomes uncomfortable. But let me ask you something. What if you just kept going? What if you decided that no matter what, you would work harder than yesterday and trust that the results will come? That's the difference between winners and those who never make it. The winners understand that real success is built one step at a time. The people who never make it are the ones who demand success overnight. They look for shortcuts. But the truth is, there are none. Hard work and patience. That's the formula. You have to understand something. No one is going to do the work for you. No one is going to push you to be better every day. It's your responsibility. And that means when you wake up, you don't wait for motivation. You don't wait for someone to inspire you. You don't wait for perfect conditions. You get up and you get to work. And when you work like it matters. You work like your future depends on it. Because it does. Some people go through the motions. They show up, but they don't give their best. They do just enough to get by. And then they wonder why they're stuck in the same place. You can't afford to be like that. You have to be the person who pushes past their limits, who stays a little longer, who studies a little more, who trains a little harder. But here's the part most people don't want to hear. Results take time. You can't plant a seed today and expect a tree tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. You have to water it, nurture it, protect it. You have to wait. And most importantly, you have to keep working while you wait. That's where most people fail. They don't mind working hard for a week, maybe a month, but when they don't see results, they get frustrated. They start to doubt themselves. They start to think it's not working. So they stop, and they never find out how close they were to success. But if you stay patient, if you keep showing up, day after day, something incredible happens. The work starts paying off. The results start to show. You start to see progress. And suddenly all those days, all those hours of hard work, they weren't wasted. They were necessary. Think about anyone who has ever achieved something great. Do you think they got there overnight? Do you think they had it easy? No. They struggled, they failed. They had moments where they wanted to quit, but they didn't. They stayed patient. They trusted the process. And because of that, they got to see what's on the other side of hard work. The question is, will you? Will you be the person who keeps going when it's tough? Will you be the person who works harder than yesterday, even when no one is watching? Will you be the person who is patient enough to wait for results, knowing that they will come if you stay committed? Because the truth is, your future is being shaped by what you do today. Right now, in this moment, you are making a decision. Will you stay the same? Or will you do more? Will you demand more of yourself? Will you step up and take control of your life? If you want success, stop waiting. Stop hoping for an easier path. Accept that it will be hard. Accept that it will take time. and then commit to working harder than you did yesterday. Because if you do that, every single day, success won't just be a possibility, it will be a guarantee. Number 2, push yourself every day and trust the process fully. An opportunity to push yourself beyond where you were yesterday, to go further, to improve, to get stronger. But here's the truth. Most people don't push themselves. They stay comfortable. They do what's easy, and that's why they stay stuck. If you want something more for your life, you have to demand more from yourself. You have to push yourself every single day, not just when you feel like it, not just when it's convenient, because results don't come from doing the minimum. They come from effort, discipline, and commitment. You have to set a standard for yourself, higher than the one you had yesterday. If yesterday you did the bare minimum, today you go beyond that. If yesterday you gave 80%, today you give 90%. And then tomorrow you give more. You don't settle. You don't accept mediocrity. You push yourself because no one else will do it for you. The problem is, most people stop the moment it gets difficult. The moment they feel discomfort, they slow down. The moment they feel tired, they take a break. And the moment they face failure, they walk away. But those who succeed, they are the ones who push through those moments. They are the ones who keep moving forward when everything in them wants to stop. That's what separates winners from everyone else. The ability to keep going, even when it's hard. The discipline to stay committed, even when they don't see results yet. The patience to trust the process, even when nothing seems to be working. Because the process will test you. It will challenge you. It will make you question yourself. It will make you wonder if you're wasting your time. And this is where most people fail. Not because they weren't capable, but because they didn't trust the process long enough to see the results. You can't let that be you. You have to believe that everything you're doing today is leading you somewhere. That every effort you put in, every sacrifice you make, every extra hour you invest, it all adds up. It all matters. And if you quit too soon, you'll never see the rewards. You have to be willing to go through the struggle, to endure the tough days, to stay consistent when it feels like nothing is changing. Because the truth is, progress is happening. You may not see it yet, but it's there. Every rep you do, every book you read, every late night, every early morning, it's all working in your favor. You just have to stay in the game long enough to let it work. The biggest mistake you can make is to expect instant results. That's the trap most people fall into. They start working hard. They push themselves for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and then they start looking for results. And when they don't see them, they start to doubt everything. But here's what you have to understand. There is no wasted effort. Everything you do is contributing to your success, even when you can't see it yet. Growth is happening beneath the surface. Your discipline is strengthening. Your skills are improving. Your mindset is changing. This is why patience is key. This is why trusting the process is non-negotiable. Because the results will come, but only if you stick with it. Only if you refuse to give up. If you could see the future version of yourself, the one who never quit, the one who stayed consistent, the one who pushed harder every day, you would realize that all the struggle was worth it. You would see that every challenge, every failure, every setback was preparing you for something greater. But you'll never get to that version of yourself if you keep stopping. If you keep doubting, if you keep hesitating. You have to make a decision, to commit fully, to push yourself every day, and to trust the process, no matter how long it takes. Because at the end of the day, that's what success is built on. Not luck, not talent, but effort. Daily effort, consistent effort, the kind of effort that most people aren't willing to give. And if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to push past the doubt, past the frustration, past the temptation to quit, then you will achieve what most people never will. Not because you're better than them, but because you refused to give up, because you trusted the process, even when it didn't make sense. Number 3, stay focused on your goals and never give up. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who set goals and stay committed until they achieve them, and those who start with excitement but lose focus when challenges appear. Success belongs to those who refuse to get distracted. It belongs to those who lock in on their goals and never let go, no matter how difficult the road becomes. Most people fail, not because they aren't capable, but because they let distractions pull them away from their goals. They start with energy, but over time they lose sight of why they started. They allow negativity, setbacks, and temporary struggles to break their focus. And before they realize it, they've given up. If you want to achieve something great, you cannot afford to be one of those people. You have to develop the ability to stay focused, to keep your eyes on the target, and to remind yourself daily why you started in the first place. If you don't stay focused, if you allow yourself to drift, you will never reach the level of success you are capable of. The world is full of distractions. Social media, entertainment, meaningless conversations, and negative people. All of these can pull you away from your mission if you're not careful. And the worst part? Most distractions don't seem like a big deal at first. A few wasted hours here, a little laziness there, and before you know it, weeks and months have passed, and you're no closer to your goals. You have to guard your focus like your future depends on it, because it does. That means cutting out the things that waste your time. That means saying no to things that don't help you grow. That means surrounding yourself with people who push you forward, not those who hold you back. When you set a goal, commit to it fully. Decide that no matter what happens, no matter how many setbacks you face, you will not stop until you get there. Most people quit too soon. They hit an obstacle, they face rejection, they experience failure, and they walk away. But the truth is, every successful person has faced the same challenges. The only difference is, they didn't quit. The path to success is not easy. There will be moments when you feel like nothing is working. There will be times when you question yourself. But this is when you need to be the strongest. This is when you remind yourself why you started. Some days will be tough. You will feel exhausted. You will wonder if the effort is worth it. But let me ask you something. What is the alternative? Giving up. Going back to where you started. Living a life of regret. Knowing you could have done more but chose not to. That's not an option. You have to stay locked in. Write down your goals and read them every day. Remind yourself of where you are going. Visualize the success you are working for, and then take action. Every single day, take a step forward. It doesn't matter how small the step is. What matters is that you keep moving. People who achieve great things are not special. They are not luckier than you. They just refuse to quit. They keep their focus, they stay committed, and they push through when others give up. Success is a test of endurance. Can you keep going when nothing seems to be working? Can you stay focused when everything around you is trying to pull you away? Can you commit to your goals not just for a week, not just for a month, but for as long as it takes? Because if you can, there is nothing that can stop you. If you can develop the mindset of persistence, of unshakable focus, then no obstacle will be strong enough to hold you back. This is your life. This is your future. You can either stay distracted, waste time and settle for less, or you can stay focused, push forward, and create the life you want. The choice is yours. But if you truly want success, if you truly want to achieve your goals, then there is only one option. Stay focused, never give up, and keep going until you make it. Number 4. Give your best effort daily, and success will follow. Every day you wake up, you have a decision to make. Are you going to give your best effort? Or are you going to do just enough to get by? That decision determines everything. It determines where you'll be in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years. Success is not about talent, luck, or intelligence. It's about the effort you put in every single day. Most people don't give their best. They do what's required and nothing more. They show up, but they don't push themselves. And then they wonder why they're not seeing results. They look at successful people and assume they had an advantage. But the truth is, the only real advantage is discipline. The discipline to show up every day and give your best. Even when no one is watching, even when there's no immediate reward. Giving your best effort isn't just about working hard when you feel like it. It's about showing up with the same level of commitment. Whether it's a good day or a bad day, it's about understanding that consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Some days you won't feel motivated. You won't have energy. But that's when effort matters the most. Anybody can work hard when they feel good, but the ones who win in life are those who push themselves even when they don't want to. They show up, they give their best, and they repeat the process. Effort is what builds skill. Effort is what builds character. Effort is what turns potential into results. You don't wake up successful. You don't stumble into achievement. You create it through your daily actions. The key is to focus on what you can control. You can't always control how fast success comes. You can't control external circumstances. But you can control your effort. You can control how much energy you put into your work. And if you give your best every day, success will have no choice but to follow. Most people are impatient. They want instant results. They want to see progress right away. But that's not how it works. The results you see today come from the effort you put in weeks, months, even years ago. And the results you want in the future will come from the effort you put in today. Effort is an investment. Every time you push yourself, every time you stay disciplined, you're depositing into your future success. And over time, those deposits add up. But if you only give half your effort, if you only do the minimum, you won't get much in return. Some people make excuses. They say they don't have enough time. They say they're too tired. But everyone has the same 24 hours. Everyone faces challenges. The difference is that some people push through and others don't. If you want success, make the decision right now that no matter what, you will give your best effort daily. That means showing up early, staying late, paying attention to the details, and refusing to cut corners. It means holding yourself to a high standard, even when no one else is pushing you. Success is the result of effort multiplied over time. It's the small things you do every day that eventually lead to big results. You won't always see the progress immediately, but if you stay consistent, if you keep putting in the work, eventually you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the right conditions. Just commit to giving your best today and then do it again tomorrow. If you do that, success is inevitable. Because effort, when applied consistently, always leads to results. Number 5, take consistent action and let patience build your future. Success is not built in a day. It's not something that happens overnight. It is the result of consistent action, repeated over time, combined with the patience to allow those efforts to compound into something meaningful. The reason most people never reach their goals is not because they lack ability. It's because they fail to stay consistent. They start strong but stop when they don't see immediate results. They work hard for a short time but get frustrated when progress seems slow. You have to understand this. Everything worthwhile takes time. No one becomes great in a week. No one transforms their life in a month. Every successful person you admire, every person who has achieved something significant, got there by doing the same things over and over again, day after day, year after year. The problem is, most people want results now. They want to see progress instantly. And when it doesn't happen, they give up. They convince themselves that it's not working. But success doesn't work that way. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean your efforts are wasted. Every action you take is a building block. Every day of hard work is another step forward. But you have to stay the course. You have to trust that if you remain consistent, the results will come. Think about it. If you go to the gym once, will you see a difference? No. If you eat healthy for one day, will your body change? No. But if you do those things every day for a year, will you see results? Absolutely. The same principle applies to every area of life. Small actions, done repeatedly, create massive results. The challenge is that in the beginning, progress is almost invisible. You put in the work, but you don't see much change. And this is where most people quit. But those who succeed are the ones who keep going, even when they don't see immediate rewards. They understand that patience is just as important as effort. You can't control how fast success comes, but you can control your daily actions. You can decide to show up, to put in the work, to stay disciplined, even when it feels like nothing is happening. This is where most people fail. They stop too soon. They look at others who are ahead of them and get discouraged. But the truth is, the only reason those people are ahead is because they stayed consistent longer. The process may be slow, but slow progress is still progress. And over time, those small daily efforts add up. The problem is that people only see the finished product. They see the successful business, the strong body, the wealth, the skill, but they don't see the years of consistent effort behind it. They don't see the long hours, the sacrifices, the discipline it took to get there. If you want to create a better future for yourself, make the decision to take consistent action every day, no matter what. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop looking for quick results. Just put in the work, day after day, and trust that in time your efforts will pay off. Patience is a skill. It's the ability to keep working when the results aren't showing yet. It's the discipline to trust the process, even when it feels like nothing is changing. This is what separates winners from everyone else. Winners don't stop. They don't get discouraged when progress is slow. They keep moving forward, knowing that everything they're doing is building their future. There will be days when you feel like quitting. There will be times when doubt creeps in. But this is when you have to remind yourself why you started. This is when you have to stay committed to the process. The people who win in life are not the ones who do the most in a short period. They are the ones who do the right things consistently over time. It's not about speed. It's about persistence. It's about understanding that every effort you make is a deposit into your future. The only way you fail is if you stop. But if you stay consistent, if you keep putting in the work, if you remain patient, success will come. Not immediately, not all at once, but in time. And when it does, you'll realize that every struggle, every challenge, every moment of discipline was worth it. Number 6. Stay disciplined every day, and results will come. Discipline is the backbone of success. Without it, talent, intelligence, and luck are irrelevant. You can have all the potential in the world, but without the discipline to consistently act on it, you'll never see the results you desire. Discipline isn't something that just happens overnight. It's a muscle that needs to be trained. Just like building strength in the gym, it takes time, focus, and determination to strengthen your discipline. But the beauty of it is, once you develop that discipline, it doesn't matter how tough the days get. You'll keep going. You'll keep moving forward, knowing that every single action you take is getting you closer to your goals. Every day presents a new opportunity to practice discipline. It's not about doing everything perfectly or never making mistakes. It's about making the right choices consistently every single day. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it seems like you're not making progress. When you choose discipline, you choose progress. You choose growth. You choose success. The key is consistency. It's easy to be disciplined for a day, for a week, or even a month. But what sets those who succeed apart is their ability to stay disciplined over the long term. They make a habit out of doing what others won't. Now, discipline doesn't mean being rigid or unflexible. It doesn't mean you never take a break, or that you have to work 24/7. Discipline is about doing what's necessary to move toward your goals, regardless of how you feel. It's about staying focused, staying on track, and not letting distractions or excuses derail your efforts. There will be days when motivation is low. There will be days when things don't go as planned. But discipline is what keeps you going. It's the commitment to show up, to do the work, to keep your promises, even when no one else is watching. Discipline is a daily choice. It's not something that happens just because you say it will. It's something you have to actively practice every day until it becomes second nature. When you make the decision to stay disciplined, you start seeing results. They may not come immediately, and they may not come in the way you expect, but they will come. The results of your discipline might show up in your health, your career, your relationships, or your finances. You might not see them right away, but over time, you will see the compound effect of your consistent actions. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you build momentum. Every small decision you make that aligns with your goals gets you closer to the life you want. But this requires you to stay focused, to block out the noise, and to continue showing up, even when it feels like the results are far off. It's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to feel like the effort you're putting in isn't paying off. But remember, discipline doesn't work on a timeline you can control. Results take time. They take patience. They take persistence. But if you stick with it, if you stay disciplined through the ups and downs, you'll start seeing the fruits of your labor. The real challenge isn't in taking action. It's in staying consistent. It's in continuing to push yourself, day after day, even when it's hard. But the more you practice discipline, the more natural it becomes. You start to see that every effort is a step forward, no matter how small. You begin to trust the process, and know that if you stay disciplined, the results will come. The path to success is simple, but it's not easy. It requires daily effort, daily discipline, and daily action. If you want to see results, you must commit to making the right choices every day, even when it's not convenient, even when it's difficult, and even when you don't feel like it. Results don't come to those who wait. They come to those who work. They come to those who show up, day in and day out, and stay disciplined in the pursuit of their goals. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Without it, you'll never cross that bridge. But if you make the decision to be disciplined every day, the results will follow. No one achieves anything meaningful without discipline. No one becomes great without making sacrifices and sticking to the plan. You can't expect to get the things you want in life without paying the price for them. And the price is discipline. It's the commitment to take consistent action every day, to stay focused on your goals, and to keep pushing forward, even when the journey feels long. Number 7. Believe in yourself and keep working. Without doubt, there is one thing that every successful person has in common. They believe in themselves. This belief is the foundation of everything they accomplish. Without it, nothing would be possible. Doubt may come and go, but belief in yourself has to remain firm. It's what fuels you when times are tough, and it's what pushes you forward when obstacles arise. Believing in yourself is not about having all the answers or being perfect. It's about having faith in your ability to figure things out, to learn, to grow, and to overcome whatever challenges come your way. The road to success is never straightforward. It's full of ups and downs, unexpected twists, and moments of uncertainty. But if you believe in yourself, you will always find the strength to keep going. When you believe in yourself, you tap into an inner power that most people never realize they have. That belief gives you the courage to take risks, to try new things, and to push beyond your limits. It's easy to quit when you're filled with doubt, when the road seems too long, when the goals seem too big. But if you have faith in your abilities, you'll keep going even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. Your self-belief is the most important asset you have. It's what will carry you through the hard days, the setbacks, and the failures. Everyone faces challenges, but what separates those who succeed from those who don't is the ability to keep believing in yourself, even when the going gets tough. The world doesn't owe you success, and nobody else is going to give you the confidence you need to keep going. That confidence comes from within you. There will be times when you feel like giving up. You might not see the progress you expected, and doubts might creep in. But when that happens, remind yourself that you are capable. Remind yourself of all the things you've already overcome in your life. Remind yourself that every step, no matter how small, is still progress. And most importantly, remind yourself that you are worthy of the success you desire. Believing in yourself means trusting that you are capable of achieving your dreams, even when you don't have all the answers right away. It's about being willing to keep working, keep learning, and keep improving, even when you don't have immediate results. The doubt will always try to find its way in, but your belief has to be stronger. Every time doubt shows up, show up with your belief. Let it be louder than any uncertainty or fear. The work you put in today matters, even if you can't see the results right away. This is where your belief in yourself is tested. It's easy to believe in yourself when things are going well, but the true test comes when things aren't going as planned. When you feel stuck, when you don't see immediate progress, that's when your belief has to shine the brightest. Don't be discouraged by slow progress. Don't be discouraged by the challenges that stand in your way. Believe that every effort you put forth is getting you closer to where you want to be. Keep working, Keep pushing. Keep doing the best you can. And know that in time the results will come. But you must never stop believing in yourself. Doubt can be paralyzing. And if you let it, it will stop you from taking action. But belief is liberating. When you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. You stop asking if you can do it. Instead, you start asking how you can do it. You stop seeing obstacles as barriers, and you start seeing them as opportunities to prove your strength. Your self-belief is the fuel that will keep your engine running. It will help you persevere through every failure, every setback, every moment of doubt. You will make mistakes. You will stumble. But each mistake is a lesson. And with every lesson you grow. When you believe in yourself, you see challenges as stepping stones, not roadblocks. You see setbacks as part of the process, not as signs that you're failing. When you stay committed to your goals, no matter how difficult the journey becomes, you reinforce that belief. Every day you continue working. Every day you continue putting in the effort. You prove to yourself that you are capable. The more you trust your abilities, the more confident you become in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. There's a common misconception that successful people don't experience doubt. That's not true. The difference is that successful people don't let doubt control them. They push through it. They use it as fuel to keep moving forward. So when doubt creeps in, don't see it as something negative. Recognize it as a sign that you're pushing beyond your comfort zone, that you're reaching for something bigger. Use that doubt as motivation to keep going. You must trust the process and have faith in the journey. You may not have all the answers right now, but you will find them along the way. You may not have all the resources, but you'll figure out a way to make it work. When you believe in yourself, you stop relying on external circumstances to dictate your success. Instead, you focus on what you can control, the work you put in, the decisions you make, and the belief you hold in your own potential. Belief is not something that happens overnight. It's built over time, through actions and decisions. But once you have it, it becomes your greatest asset. It becomes the driving force behind everything you do. When you believe in yourself, you stop questioning whether you can achieve your goals. You know you can. It's no longer about whether or not you'll make it. It's about when. Number 8. Keep improving your skills and trust your hard work. You must constantly work on becoming better, on mastering the skills that will take you where you want to go. Success is not about staying the same. It's about growing, learning, and developing. You need to commit to improvement, not just once, but over and over again, every single day. The world is always changing, and if you're not improving, you're falling behind. The best of the best, the people you admire for their success, didn't stop after reaching a certain level. They kept going. They kept learning. They kept sharpening their skills. No matter how skilled you are today, there's always room to be better tomorrow. The person you are now is only a fraction of what you can become. You can always push further, get better, and aim higher. It's easy to become complacent. When you see results, it can feel like enough. You might think you've done enough, or that you're good enough, but true greatness comes from a deep and constant desire to improve. It's a mindset of continuous development. You must adopt the mentality that there is always more to learn, more to improve, and more to achieve. Your skills are your most valuable asset. Whether you're a business person, an athlete, a creative, or in any other field, your skills define your value in the market. The more you improve, the more valuable you become. Your success doesn't depend on how talented you are at the start, but on how much you work to get better over time. Every time you push yourself to improve, you increase your ability to make a bigger impact in your world, and that ultimately leads to success. Trusting your hard work is key. No one else will see the hours you spend practicing, the late nights, the sacrifices, but you know what you've put in. And trust me, every hour spent improving is an investment in your future. It's easy to doubt yourself, especially when results don't come immediately. But this is where your faith in the process is vital. Improvement doesn't happen overnight, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. Every little step you take is building momentum. Every hour you dedicate to honing your skills is taking you closer to where you want to be. You must trust that your hard work will pay off. There will be moments when you feel frustrated, when you wonder if all the effort is really worth it. But remember, nothing worth having comes easily. You're building something that lasts, something that no one can take away from you. Skills that are developed over time, through persistence and effort, will serve you for a lifetime. Trust that as long as you're improving, you are moving forward, even if it doesn't feel like it right away. You need to understand that skill development isn't always a straight line. There will be ups and downs, moments where you feel like you're not getting anywhere. But it's in those moments that you need to trust your efforts more than ever. Progress is often invisible. It's like sharpening a knife. You don't always see the edge getting sharper, but you know the work is being done. Improvement works the same way. With consistent effort, you'll start to notice that what once was difficult now feels easier. What once took all your energy now comes more naturally. And that's when the results start to show. Skills come from consistent, deliberate practice. But just as important is learning how to practice the right way. It's not about how much time you put in. It's about how you use your time. You have to practice with purpose. Understand what you're doing wrong, what needs to be improved, and focus on those areas. Don't just go through the motions. Be intentional about your practice. Find the weaknesses, challenge yourself, and push through those areas. Also, don't expect to master everything at once. Focus on one thing at a time. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be constantly improving. Take each skill one step at a time, work on it until it's better, then move to the next. Over time, these small improvements add up. You'll look back and realize how far you've come. Trusting your hard work also means trusting the process of failure. We often think failure is the end, but it's just feedback. Failure shows you what doesn't work, and that's valuable information. Without failure, you wouldn't know what to change. It's through failing that we learn how to get better. You don't lose when you fail. You only lose if you stop. So take failure as a lesson, a stepping stone to improvement. Another part of improving your skills is learning from others. Seek out those who are further ahead than you, those who have already achieved what you're striving for. They've walked the path, and they know the shortcuts, the mistakes to avoid, and the habits that lead to success. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to learn from the people around you. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be better, who push you to improve. Learn from their experiences, and use that knowledge to refine your own journey. In addition, always keep pushing your boundaries. Comfort zones are comfortable, but they're also where growth stops. You need to constantly challenge yourself. Seek out the tough situations, the ones that push you beyond what you thought was possible. This is where growth happens. When you step out of your comfort zone, that's when you truly start to see how much you're capable of. It's also important to stay humble through the process. No matter how skilled you get, never stop learning. Always remind yourself that there's always something more to learn, and there's always room for improvement. Confidence in your abilities is important, but arrogance can blind you to the areas that need work. Stay open to feedback, stay humble, and keep refining your craft. The truth is, there will be days when you don't feel like putting in the work. You might feel tired, or discouraged, or distracted, but it's on those days that you need to dig deeper. Improvement doesn't happen only on the easy days. It happens when you push yourself, when you don't feel like it. It happens when you show up and keep working, even when you'd rather take a break. That's when real growth occurs. Number 9. Show up every day and never stop pushing forward. The most important thing you can do for yourself, in the pursuit of your goals, is to show up. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter what obstacles are in your way. What matters is that you show up, day after day, and keep pushing forward. Success is built on consistency, and consistency is built on showing up. There's a common misconception that success comes from bursts of inspiration or talent. While inspiration and talent can help, it's the daily commitment, the grind, that makes the real difference. The people who achieve the most in life aren't necessarily the most gifted. They are the ones who refuse to quit, the ones who keep going when the path gets tough. No matter what your goal is, whether it's building a business, achieving personal growth, or becoming the best at what you do, the first step is to show up. This means doing the work every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Every time you decide to show up, you're building a habit of discipline, and that habit will be your greatest ally. There are going to be days when things are hard, life will throw challenges at you, you'll have doubts, you'll question whether it's worth it, and on those days you might feel like quitting. But remember this, showing up when it's tough is when the magic happens. That's when you build the strength to push through, to grow, and to keep moving forward. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything figured out. What matters is that you show up. Even on the hard days, just getting out of bed and deciding to take action, even if it's a small step, is a win. Over time, those small steps add up. Eventually, you'll look back and realize that showing up every day was the secret to your success. A lot of people give up because they don't see results right away. They expect to work hard for a week or a month and then have everything fall into place. But that's not how it works. The results come when you put in the work over time. They come when you consistently show up. Even when the progress is slow, you might not see it immediately, but every time you show up, you're building momentum. That momentum over time leads to breakthroughs. One of the most powerful things about showing up every day is that it gives you a sense of control. No matter what else is happening in your life, you can control whether or not you show up. And that's something powerful. Life is unpredictable. Things won't always go as planned, but you can decide that no matter what, you're going to do the work, you're going to keep pushing forward. And that decision will carry you further than you ever imagined. The key to success isn't fancy strategies or quick fixes. It's the simple act of showing up. When you commit to showing up every day, you create a rhythm, a flow. You stop waiting for the perfect moment and start building your future right now. There's no need to wait for motivation, because motivation comes when you show up and start doing the work. It's like starting a car engine. It takes a little effort to get going, but once it's running, it keeps moving forward. Another critical aspect of showing up is accountability. When you show up every day, you're holding yourself accountable. You don't need someone else to push you or remind you to do the work. You have made the commitment to yourself. You're in control, and that control will help you stay on track. Even on days when the world feels heavy, when the obstacles seem impossible, you'll remember that you've made a promise to yourself to keep going. That promise will be your anchor. You might not feel like you're making progress in the moment. It might seem like you're stuck in the same place, doing the same things day in and day out, but showing up is the process. Trust that even in moments of uncertainty, progress is happening. You are learning, refining, and building a foundation for success. Over time, the results will speak for themselves, and they will be so much sweeter because you've earned them through your consistent effort. Success is built on habits. The person who shows up every day has developed a habit of action, and habits are powerful. Once you get into the rhythm of showing up, it becomes second nature. You won't have to fight to find motivation. It will be part of who you are. The longer you stick to this routine, the more ingrained it becomes in your life. It becomes a mindset. You stop thinking about whether or not you'll do the work, and just do it. We live in a world that glorifies shortcuts, instant gratification, and quick results. But the truth is, the real rewards come from putting in the time, from putting in the effort over the long haul. Showing up every day is your way of telling yourself that you are serious about your future, that you are committed to doing the hard work, even when no one is watching. It's about making a promise to yourself that no matter what, you'll keep moving forward. When you show up every day, you start to create a new identity for yourself. You stop seeing yourself as someone who struggles to get started, and instead see yourself as someone who gets things done. Your actions align with the person you want to become. The more you show up, the more confident you become in your ability to succeed. It's also important to recognize that showing up doesn't mean perfection. Some days you'll do more than others. Some days the work will be harder, and some days it will feel easier. That's okay. The point is to stay committed to showing up, regardless of how you feel. Even when you're tired, even when it's tough, even when it seems like progress is slow, you keep going. Because that's how success is built. One day at a time. When you keep showing up, you'll eventually reach the point where you no longer need external motivation to keep going. You'll find that the work itself is fulfilling. You'll start to enjoy the process, even on the days when it feels tough. And when you look back, you'll realize that all those days of showing up, of never quitting, have created something remarkable. Number 10. Master your craft daily. And let patience reward you. Mastering your craft isn't something that happens overnight. It's a journey, a daily commitment to improve and refine your skills, no matter where you're starting from. It doesn't matter how much talent you think you have. What truly matters is your consistency, your willingness to put in the work every single day. When you dedicate yourself to mastering something, you begin to shape not just your abilities, but also your mindset and your approach to life. But, and this is crucial, there's one thing you need to understand. Patience will be your greatest ally along the way. You've probably heard people say that success is a result of talent or luck. But if that were the case, why are so many talented individuals still struggling to achieve what they want? Why do some people seem to soar ahead, while others with equal potential fall short? The difference lies in one thing: how hard they work and how patient they are, while waiting for the results to unfold. You can't rush greatness. It takes time, persistence, and focus. And when you dedicate yourself to mastering your craft daily, the results will come. But they might not come as quickly as you hope. That's where patience comes in. Patience isn't about waiting passively for things to happen. It's about staying the course day after day, trusting that every small step you take is contributing to your growth and progress. Mastering a craft, whether it's in sports, art, business, or any other area, requires practice. It's about making the right choices, putting in the hours, and continuously pushing yourself to get better. It's about learning from your mistakes and using them as stepping stones to refine your skills. But the most important element is consistency. The people who succeed in their chosen field are the ones who put in the effort every day, regardless of setbacks, regardless of how tough it may seem. It's not about working hard for a week or a month and then expecting instant results. Real progress is a result of consistent effort over time. Think about it. Every time you show up, you're sharpening your skills. You're taking yourself one step closer to your goal. It doesn't matter how small the improvement may seem on any given day. What matters is that you're staying true to the process. You're choosing to continue even when things aren't perfect, when you're not seeing the instant rewards. And that's the difference maker. Every day you're getting a little bit better, a little bit sharper, a little bit closer to where you want to be. Here's something important to remember. Not every day will be easy. There will be days when you feel discouraged, when the results seem too far off, and when you wonder if it's even worth it. But it's in those moments of doubt that your commitment to the process truly shows. You don't have to feel motivated every day. You just have to choose to keep going. That's where true strength lies. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment to take action. It's about taking action regardless of how you feel. That's the key to mastery. What's incredible is that as you master your craft, you begin to see not just improvement in your skills, but growth in your character. Hard work and patience are shaping you into someone who can handle challenges, someone who isn't afraid of the journey. With every struggle, you learn resilience. With every setback, you learn persistence. And with every small victory, you learn the power of consistency. As you continue to improve your craft every day, you'll begin to see patterns emerge. Things that once seemed difficult or impossible will start to feel easier, more natural. You'll find yourself performing at a higher level, and the rewards, while they may have taken time to materialize, will now be undeniable. The craft you've worked so hard to master will open doors for you, whether it's in the form of new opportunities, higher recognition, or personal satisfaction. It will come when you least expect it, but only because you've been patient enough to let it grow, to give it the time it needs to fully develop. And here's the most important thing to remember. The rewards you're after are not just external, they're internal too. Mastery of any craft requires mental discipline. It requires the ability to stay focused on your goal, even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. It requires the courage to keep working, to keep improving, and to trust the process. Even when others around you may be seeking instant gratification, Over time, you develop a sense of pride in your work, a deep understanding that you've earned every bit of success that comes your way. That inner strength is priceless. You might be wondering, how do I stay patient when progress seems so slow? It's a valid question. But here's the thing. The journey toward mastery is long, and the results are often delayed, but they are always worth it. Patience is the secret ingredient that transforms effort into results. Without patience, even the hardest workers burn out. Patience allows you to trust that all of your hard work will eventually pay off, even if it takes longer than you expect. It's this patience that separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. So, as you continue to master your craft, remember this: there is no shortcut. It's about showing up every single day, putting in the work, and allowing patience to do its part. Keep improving, keep honing your skills, and trust that your efforts are not in vain. The progress might not always be visible at first, but over time the results will begin to unfold, and you'll see just how far you've come. You have the ability to reach the heights you dream of, but it won't be instant. The question is, are you willing to commit? Are you willing to put in the work day after day, without expecting immediate results? If the answer is yes, then you're on the right path. Keep mastering your craft, and let patience reward you in ways you can't even imagine yet.